Welcome to another tech video. Today we're going to be having a Dell Inspiron 3910. So this one comes with a Core i5 processor, 12400. It's an 18 meg cache, 6 core, 12 threads, running at 2.5 gigahertz and boosting up to a 4.4 gigahertz turbo clock. So here's the box it comes in, very well packaged. Let's have a look to see what we get inside. So inside we've got, on the top, we've got our UK power cable. We've got a USB mouse that comes probably falling out of the box. Yep, nothing under there. And then we've got our USB keyboard in there, which I'm not going to bother opening. So underneath the cardboard packaging we've got really good, robust, soft, spongy material which is holding the device up. So let's get this out and have a look at it. So the first thing that we notice on this unit is the really nice blue front cover that we got on it. Sits on top of a black case, so it's a black chassis. So we've got a DVD rewriter, we've got an SD card reader, we've got our power button just above that's quite difficult to see, but that's the power button with the usual power strip in the middle of it so you can see when it's turned on. Underneath here we've got an SD card reader, we've got a headphone jack, and then we've got 3 USB ports. So we've got 2 USB 2 ports, and then we've got 1 USB 3.2 Gen 1. So that's 5 gigabit a second, and then on the front we've got a USB Type C, which is USB Gen 3.2 Gen 1 as well. And then moving around to the back of the unit, on the back of the unit we've got our line out for speakers. We've got an HDMI, so this HDMI is 1.4B port, and then underneath that we've got a DisplayPort 1.4, and then we've got 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports, Type A, so this is 5 gigabit a second, and then underneath that we've got 2 USB 2 ports, and we've got our RJ45 Ethernet port, which is 10100 gigabit, so that's gigabit LAN speed. And then there's no dedicated graphics, it uses onboard graphics, which is UHD Graphics 730, and then we've got our power supply at the bottom. Overall, what do we think? Yeah, I like the nice blue finish on the front. So let's now get inside and have a look at what the upgrade options are. So getting into the case, there's 2 thumb screws here, one at the top, one at the bottom, and we undo those, which are easy to remove, and then the cover slides off. So we will take that, put that to one side for the minute, and then let's have a look at the device itself. Okay, so inside the device itself we can see that we've got our shroud over the CPU, and if we look further into it we can see our drive down here. This is our M.2 drive, this is 512 gig, and then we've got our RAM in a single slot configuration, so it's single channel memory at the moment, but there are 2 DIMM slots or SODIMM slots, so you can plug your memory into both of these slots to take advantage of dual channel memory. And then in this one we've got 8 gig DDR4 3200 RAM stick. In terms of additional upgrade options, so as it comes with a 512 drive here, we can upgrade that to 1, 2, 4 terabytes, whatever you want to put in there. So looking at the internals as well, we've got the ability to add we've got 2 PCIe slots. So the front slot here is a PCI by 16 slot, and then we've also got here a PCI by 1 slot. So you can add additional functionality there, be it a graphics card. But bear in mind, if you're putting a graphics card in here, then you need to make sure the power supply can deal with it. And this power supply here is an 80 plus bronze power supply. Not the greatest, but it'll do for this system, and it's 180 watts, 240 volt. In terms of additional upgrade options, there's no space in here at all to add a second drive, like a 3.5 inch drive, although we do have, down at the bottom here, we do have a slot that you could potentially vertically mount something in this place, although it's a bit clunky, to be honest. So in terms of upgrade options, I think you are limited to just what you can see here. So let's have a look and see what additional SATA connectivity we've got. So we've got 2 ports down here. So we've got a SATA connection going into a DVD rewriter, and we've got another SATA connection which goes down and sits at this cable here. So you can obviously stick in an extra drive, although mounting points are fairly limited. Let's see where we can get this. So the way the cables are routed, it's like it wants you to mount it down here. But there's no mounting bracket, no real place where you can mount it apart from this section up the top here. Although again, getting in there is going to be extremely difficult. So in terms of mounting another 2.5 inch drive, I can't see where you're going to put it. So let's take off the front cover. So to remove the front cover, you release these 3 catches down here, and that will allow you to remove that carefully. I suppose if you're going to mount something, you could potentially mount it onto this front cage here with some screws through here to secure it. But again, there's no real easy place that you can actually mount a drive in this system. So potential for additional storage, I think you're limited to the M.2 drive. Okay, so let's talk about the additional connectivity. So in addition to this Wi-Fi card that we got here, which is a 2230 size Wi-Fi card, this is Wi-Fi 6, so should be blisteringly fast in terms of throughput. So the Wi-Fi card is a combo card, so Bluetooth comes as part of that combo card. That is pretty much it in terms of the device. So let's now go ahead and get this booted up. So now we've got our system installed, let's have a quick look round. We go into our properties, we can see our processor, our memory, all here is all good. If we scroll down, we go to our device manager. So we've got some installs that are going in at the moment, that's absolutely fine. But we can see our disk drive here, which has our 512 gig SSD drive. So that's pretty much it. So on the whole, what do we think about the system? So £579, At that price, I would expect only one version of Microsoft Office to come installed, and that's the US English version. I wouldn't expect any other languages to come installed on that, but that's the only disappointing thing. Apart from that, this is a great little machine. Performance is good, starts up really quickly, and yeah, really like the blue panel front. However, if you're going to put a blue panel front on the system, then I'm not sure if I'll be putting that against a black case. I think I'll probably make the whole unit in blue. That's just one observation. Apart from that, yeah, really good. Sound quality is good. Video output is good. All the USB ports are nice, high speed, and it's nice to see a USB Type-C on the front. So if you found that video useful, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.